Welcome, you beautiful mortal brains. Today, we're talking about the only religion all of you actually practice: money. Yes, this wrinkly little cotton and linen rectangle. The $1 bill. You use it to tip the barista, feed a parking meter, buy gum, or you keep it just in case, like it's a tiny emergency blanket for your anxiety. But here's the thing. Most people have held a $1 bill more times than they've held a history textbook. And yet, almost nobody actually looks at it. You just grab it, fold it, crumple it, shove it into a couch, lose it in a couch, then one day you find it again, like, oh, I have money. Which is honestly adorable. But if you slow down and actually stare at this thing, it starts to look less like a dollar and more like a government-issued mood board. A pyramid, a glowing eye, Latin phrases, a bald eagle holding peace in one hand and violence in the other, like, hello, please relax. Also, don't. So people swear this bill contains a prophecy about a new world order, secret society fingerprints, hidden codes, America's destiny, all of it. So come with me, Professor Brain. We're going to do this the same way. We'll enjoy the weird symbols, but we'll keep our feet on planet Earth. Deal? Cool. Flip the bill with me. The material. It's not even paper. It's a flex. Quick side note. This isn't regular paper. US currency is more like a cloth blend, cotton and linen, so it survives being abused by humanity. Because if money was normal paper, it would last about 6 minutes in your life. And that matters, because the $1 bill is basically America's most handled piece of art. It gets passed around constantly. It lives in tip jars, church plates, vending machines, coat pockets, and glove compartments. It's not glamorous, it's a working-class celebrity, which makes it even funnier that it carries some of the most dramatic symbolism on any US note. They purposely mixed that cotton because back in the days, the Freemasons wanted it to feel eternal. The front. Washington, the everyman calm down face. All right, front side. George Washington. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing first put him on the $1 note in 1869. Why him? Because after the Civil War, the country needed a national figure that didn't instantly start a fight. Washington was the safe pick, the integrity guy, the unity guy, the please stop setting everything on fire guy. And look at him, he's not smiling. He's giving you that stare like, I crossed icy rivers for this, so you could buy a scratch-off ticket and a Slim Jim? Now here's the weird part that matters for our story. The $1 bill design has basically stayed the same since 1963. Other bills keep getting upgrades and new security features. The one note, it's the stubborn grandpa of US currency. Why? Because counterfeiting is an economics game. If it costs you more time and money to fake something than you can profit from it, people don't bother. Most counterfeiters aim at larger bills, so the $1 gets this accidental superpower. It's protected by the fact it's not worth the effort. That's not a conspiracy. That's just capitalism doing security for free. Okay, so the front is the official face. Now flip it, because the back is where the bill starts acting like it has a secret diary. The back, the Great Seal. Split in half like a drama. On the back, you're seeing the Great Seal of the United States, but split into two halves. And that's already a big deal, because the bill is basically saying, hey, here's the government's official identity stamp. And yes, we are printing it on money because we want you to feel the authority in your fingers. This is not subtle. Left side is the pyramid and the eye. More destiny, history, divine vibes. Right side is the eagle. More unity, power. Don't mess with us. Think of it like America wrote 2 bios, one for the philosophy class and one for the group chat. Let's start with the left side, because it's the one that launches 1,000 conspiracy threads. The pyramid. Secret society or history class? Back left, an Egyptian pyramid on American money. Totally normal, no notes. This is where the internet goes feral. Illuminati, Freemasons, they run the world. Relax, my children. If a powerful secret society wanted to stay hidden, they would not print their logo on the most widely circulated piece of paper in the country. That's not secret, that's marketing. Now, zoom in at the base. You see Roman numerals MDCCLXZY. Added up, 1776. That's the founding year, not the combination to a national treasure vault. Sorry, Nicolas Cage. Then you notice the pyramid has 13 layers. People who grew up hearing 13 is unlucky get weird about this, but in the US story, 13 is the original colonies. So it's not a curse, it's a founding flex. And the pyramid is unfinished, like the top got chopped off. That's intentional. It's basically saying, this country is still being built, which is a polite way of saying, we're a work in progress. Please stop yelling at Thanksgiving. So far, this is more symbolic history poster than dark ritual. But now we add the thing that makes everyone itchy, the floating eye. The eye. Who's watching you? Sitting above the pyramid is the Eye of Providence, a glowing eye in a triangle, shining like it pays rent. The official vibe is, Providence watches over our undertakings. In normal human language, something bigger is guiding the project. But I get it. A giant eye hovering above you feels less like guidance and more like your phone listening to you whisper debt at 2 a.m. and then serving you an ad for refinancing. Now, the Latin. Two phrases people love to misread into a full-blown thriller movie. First, annuit coeptis. Loose meaning, Providence has favored our undertakings. Translation, bless this project. Second, Novus Ordo Seclorum. This is where people scream New World Order, dramatic music, fog machine, Tom Hanks running. But it's closer to a new order of the ages. Like a new era has begun. It's nation-building language, not a secret meeting agenda printed on a dollar bill. So if your brain is disappointed right now, good. It means you're escaping the clickbait spell. Okay, left side handled. Now let's move to the right side, where America switches from philosophy to don't test me. The Eglo. Peace. With teeth. Back right is the bald eagle, America's favorite murder bird. Look at the claws. One claw holds an olive branch, peace. The other holds arrows, defense. Translation, we prefer peace, but if you try us, we brought the whole toolbox. And the eagle's head points toward the olive branch, so the message is we lean toward peace. But the arrows are still there, like your friend who says, I'm chill, while clenching their jaw hard enough to turn coal into diamonds. Above the eagle are stars, and the eagle is holding a banner that says, E pluribus unum, out of many, one. That's the whole many states, one union story. And then, surprise, the number 13 shows up again. 13 stars, 13 arrows, 13 stripes in the shield, 13 this, 13 that. Which is hilarious because American buildings skip the 13th floor like, too spooky. Meanwhile, the money is like 13, 13, 13 because it's not about superstition, it's about origin. Okay, so we've decoded the symbols. Now let's talk about the part nobody wants to say out loud because it's less sexy than a glowing eyeball. The real secret, trust is a technology. The real power of the $1 bill is not hidden messages. It's not magic ink. It's not a secret club. It's trust. There's a line on US currency that basically says, this is legal tender, meaning it can be used to pay debts and is accepted as money. But here's the uncomfortable truth. This bill is just a piece of material. You can't eat it. You can't build a house with it. You can't power a car with it. On its own, it's basically fancy cloth with ink. It works because millions of people agree it works. Money is a social technology, a shared story, a giant group agreement that lets strangers cooperate. And the symbols on the bill, they're not random. They are authority cues. They make the money feel official, timeless, inevitable. They hack your brains, this is legit switch. The pyramid says, this is historical. The eye says, this is watched over. The Latin says, this is intellectual. The eagle says, this is power. The stars and the 13 say, this is the origin story. It's basically branding, but for a nation. Printed on the thing you touch every day. So when you hold $1, Your brain isn't just holding value, it's holding a story that says this system is real. And that story is strong enough that you can walk into a store, hand a stranger a rectangle, and walk out with food. That is insane. We all do it, and we don't even blink. Quick myth bust. How to not get played. Now, I'm not here to bully conspiracy people. I'm here to bully lazy thinking. If you see a claim like, this symbol proves a secret plan, do one adult thing. Ask, is there a boring explanation that fits better? Because history is full of symbols. Governments love symbols. Humans love symbols. And the internet loves turning symbols into content. So enjoy the mystery. But don't let mystery replace your brain. What the $1 bill is really saying. So here's the truth about the $1 bill. It's not a spell. It's a receipt for collective belief. It's a tiny propaganda poster for unity, legitimacy, peace with teeth, destiny vibes. And the biggest message of all, trust is the real currency. If you want, in the next video, I'll zoom in on one of the weirdest tiny details on this bill. A small anti-counterfeit flex that most people never notice. And it will make you respect how petty money design can be. Comment 1. Subscribe if your brain likes being fed. I'm Professor Brain, and yes, Washington is still mad about living in your back pocket.